Hi, Finns here. I'm back for another video, and it's time to talk about Strictly Come Dancing 2022. I know it was over a week ago, but I've been busy at work this week. It's Christmas period, and I work in the hospitality industry. So yes, I'm a bit late, but I had to do it before Christmas Day, this video. So yes, the final of Strictly 2022 took place last Saturday, and I'm here to talk about my review of Hamza and Yavita winning, and I was really delighted they won. I predicted they were going to win, and they did. It was a tough final, you know. Um, yeah, they did it, and I think they choose good dances to do again in the final. I think doing their salsa and their couple's choice won it for them. I think it was nice they finally got a perfect 40 at that final dance. I think their show dance was a bit disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. I was a bit disappointed with their show dance. There were a few mistakes. I think what it was, the nerves got the better of Hamza. I think going on first, being the one to do his show dance first, maybe got to him. But I think his other two dancers were good enough to take the trophy. I think he was a deserved winner. I know, there could be a bit of controversy that he did finish bottom of the judges' leaderboard, but I think overall as a series, I think he's a deserved winner. I think he's gone on a journey as such, and I think he deserved to win, absolutely. And I'm happy Yavita won as well. Her first year getting a partner, she ain't going on that sub bench ever again. But no, I'm happy. I'm happy with the victory. I thought one point I thought Helen and Gorka was going to win, especially their final dance. Craig saying this is a dance that could win Strictly. I think, they were destined for victory as well that night. And going last in the running order, it was all building up for them, and it didn't happen. And Gorka's face when he didn't win looked furious. He was fuming inside that he didn't win. Um, it was very well, I was kind of thinking before the show it was going to be Hamza Yuta. Then during the show, I thought it was going to be Helen and Gorka. Yeah, I thought the show dancers this year, I don't think were the strongest show dancers. I was a bit disappointed with the show dancers this year. I don't know why. I think Hamza and Evita, it went wrong. Molly and Carlos was a bit sexy and raunchy. Yes, your CBBC star, surprise! It's sexy. But yeah, a 22, well, she's 22, not 16, so you can't complain she's not a child, don't sexualize a child, but yeah, I don't get the Prince tribute act showdowns got to do with Molly Rainford. Anyway, I thought Fleur and Vito were also really good in the final. Um, you know, I knew the public weren't going to get behind them though. We've seen them. You got five dance offs. They've tied with Jamelia, a bit about being in most of the dance offs. So I knew they weren't going to win. But I think their victory was just to do as well as they could do in the final, and they did. So I mean, I'm happy they got to the final. Yeah, I was happy they got to the final. I just knew that down to the public, they weren't going to win. But I'm happy they didn't go on first. See, putting Hams and Yuichi on first, that's, clever, giving them a bit of a challenge because they were kind of the obvious winners before the show, and this gives them a bit of a challenge. Because usually if put on first, can kind of forget when the voting line's open. So, yeah. I would say Molly and Carlos didn't were the only couples not to get a perfect 40 from the judges in the final. Um, Felt bad for Molly, but I guess her dances she did, yeah, doing a rumba in the final was very tricky. I think she had very tricky dances to do in the final. I remember doing a rumba. I think is very tricky. So yeah, very tricky. But she still did very well. So yes. I'm happy Hams and Uvita won, and yes, I think that's all I have to say. I think it was a good final. Overall, Strictly 2022 was a good series. I think it was nice to have let's say, a normal Strictly back with a full audience and Blackpool week, and it was good. We've had a good mix of celebrities, and you know what? Even if you don't know the celebrities, I think that's not a bad thing. A lot of people criticised Hamza Yassin when he was revealed on the lineup, and then as the series went on, we grew to know him, and people warmed to him, and he won the trophy. I think it kind of proves, like, even last year with Rose winning the trophy, she was an EastEnders star, but she wasn't like a huge EastEnders star. She was only about a year in being an EastEnders star, so she wasn't the biggest name, but she won over people. I think it kind of proves, like, we may criticize the lineup when it's revealed in August, but by the launch show, we're all glued in. You know what I mean? Like, we grow to know some of these characters. They're not complete nobodies. Like, they're soap stars, singers, presenters, comedians. So they're not complete nobodies. But we're not all. There's 15 of them. We're not gonna know all of them. So yeah. I mean, you still have well-known names in the lineup. Don't get me wrong, but you know what I mean. Like, so I don't know who's gonna sign up next year, but yeah, let's hope for another 20 years of Strictly, I guess. So yeah, and I'm kind of curious who's gonna sit on that sub bench next year. I worry for Kai. I worry for Nadia. I've got a funny feeling this could be Giovanni's last series. I've got that vibe that he's already won. And Karen, 10 years as a pro on Strictly, I kind of worry now. Is her time up, unfortunately? Maybe she's got one more series in, but I am a bit worried. But yeah, Kai and Nadia, I'm worried will sit on the sub bench. I feel Jovita ain't going on that sub bench. I don't think the two new pros we got this year are going back on the sub bench, especially that they've all gone to the final. So yeah, I think I would like to see Luba get a partner next year, and I would love to see Neil get a partner again, because I think those two dancers deserve to get partners next year. And I think maybe Lauren and Michelle and maybe Cameron for third year might get on the sub bench again. I've just got this feeling. And also we've got I'll probably add another new pros. So I mean, it's hard to judge at this point in time. But anyway, Strictly 2022, what a series, It was a good series. And maybe I'll watch the Christmas special on Christmas Day. I might not. I might do. It's got Nicola Roberts. Yes. LOVE. Dance to the beat of my drum. Dance to the beat of my drum. From Girls Aloud. Yes, it's got her in it. So yes. Yeah, doing it for Sarah Harding, of course. Anyway, rest in peace, Sarah Harding from Girls Aloud. So yes, maybe I do, maybe I don't. I'm not so, the Strictly Christmas lineup isn't so wow this year compared to other years. I'd prefer it if the Strictly Christmas lineup was like of past contestants on Strictly, the new contestants. I guess it's a tasting round, like some of these celebrities could do the main series. Maybe in future series of Strictly, who knows? Who knows? But anyway, I might watch it, I might not. I did watch it last year. Um, who knows? Who knows? But in any case, what did you think of the final of Strictly 2022? Are you looking forward to Strictly 2023? Who do you want to see compete on Strictly next year? By this time, August will come very soon, and now we'll be predicting who's going to be competing next year, In any case, thank you so much for watching, and see you very soon. Merry Christmas. Goodbye, people. Goodbye.